The Desert Eagle is one of the most iconic weapons to appear in games and movies, leading lots of new players to try and find one as their sidearm, but they are often let down by prices or quality. This CYMA AEP is mostly polymer, but the slide and other bits are made out of metal. It's one of the earlier models, so I'm not entirely sure if it's one-to-one, but you're unlikely to already have a special deagle holster anyways. Out of the box, you get the AEP, a battery, a magazine, a speed loader, an unjamming rod, a charger, and a manual. To install the battery, follow the signature CYMA method of pulling back the hammer and pulling up on the back of the slide. Now flip the gun to the side and make sure the battery's arrow is pointing down, and then you can push that into the slot. After properly aligning the front notch, putting the slide back on is just as easy as when you took it off. To remove the battery, simply pull the tab on the opposite side of the battery. It will pop right out. Again, because of the size of this gun, putting the slide back on is a bit tricky and may require a few tries. The fire selector is very large and easy to use. This being CYMA, they of course had to add a full auto option. Sadly, despite the presence of what appears to be a secondary selector on the side, it's not actually real. Pressing the large button behind the trigger makes the magazine slide out. Slide a new one in until it clicks and you're ready to go. The hop-up adjustment wheel is next to the battery removal tab, and it's easy to adjust. You can find your perfect hop-up setting with the slide off and then put the slide on when it's done. No performance penalties. That button I just pressed and this switch that I just flipped have no functional purpose. While it's cool that CYMA has decided to add these switches and buttons, I do wonder why they chose to put the effort into these instead of making ambidextrous controls. How else are you reliably going to use these akimbo when someone on the field challenges you to 1v1? At the chrono, we get an average of around 180 FPS. That's 0.3 joules with 0.20 gram BBs. Full auto, we get 13 rounds per second, which isn't bad for something that probably shouldn't be used that way. The iron sights are non-adjustable, but they are useful. But come on, you're pulling out a sidearm or running two of these. You're not going to be aiming too much. Is it worth it though? It's priced around $70, which is the same as the other AEP. If you want to run a LiPo, the MOSFET edition is $90. It's one of the better choices you can make at this price range, but I know that a big appeal of the Desert Eagle is the wow factor. This doesn't have blowback or have super high FPS, but when you look at the price difference, you could buy two of these and extra mags for the price of just one blowback version, which usually aren't even CQB legal. I don't necessarily recommend it for a brand new person unless you really want an oversized pistol and a drill holster on your hip, but get it or two when you're ready to meme on some Christmas noobs. So that's the review. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you got any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. If you want to make sure that you never miss a video, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.